Registration Day, and there are some people from the League of Women Voters, Sue and Diane, and did you bring some friends with you? Would you bring all your friends up here? Everybody that came with Diane, or has known Diane, is associated with Diane. So we have an election coming up. So they have requested that we do a proclamation recognizing Voter Registration Day. So I am going to read that proclamation, and then Sue has some things she would like to say. And we're interested in people being aware that you can vote early. You can absentee vote. I'm struggling. I want to make sure I use the right expression because we were meeting about it yesterday and I wasn't always using the right one. Is it vote early or absentee vote? Is it absentee? So it's important that people know that because that will be a way to get your vote in for the election without having to be in the polling place in the event that it's busy and it takes a long time to get through. So let me read this proclamation and then let Sue say what she would like to tell us. And then I would also like you to shake hands with the city council members. Remember, they're the people with the power. Sue lives in Sun Prairie. Well, I know Diane doesn't. She lives close. We have people that always think they live in Sun Prairie. You pay the school taxes. Al and I had a meeting with her yesterday, and we got that down, figured out, and that's important. All right, so let's get to the heart of this. Whereas the right of American citizens to vote is ensured by the United States Constitution, and registering empowers us to cast our vote on Election Day, upholding the basis of democracy with one voice, one vote, and increasing participation in elections. And whereas since 2012, Americans across the nation have celebrated National Voter Registration Day on the fourth Tuesday in September, serving as a single day of coordinated efforts to raise awareness of voter registration. And whereas of our population of 32,613 residents in the city of Sun Prairie, approximately 24,000 are eligible to vote and of age voters. However, roughly 19,000 of that number are registered voters in the city. And whereas the voter registration process is easy and convenient, with applications available in the clerk's office, the public library, as well as online registration, and with special registration deputies. And whereas November 8th, 2016 is Election Day across Wisconsin and the nation, with people casting their votes for president, members of Congress, state senate, assembly, district attorney, county offices, and the school referendum. And whereas public outreach about voter registration and deadlines is critical as local voters prepare to exercise their right to vote on November 8th, 2016. Now therefore, I, Paul Esser, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor, on behalf of the city of Sun Prairie, proclaim September 27th, 2016, Voter Registration Day, well, throughout the state, but also throughout the city, and urge all eligible citizens to participate in this voter registration campaign and to take all appropriate steps to register early and exercise their right to vote on Election Day in November. And I am presenting that to you in recognition of your efforts. So I will do that, and then if you would make your comments, Sue.
Well, I want to say a really huge thank you to Mayor Esser. I think it was Bill Connors who texted him and informed him, and he immediately responded and said, yes, the city would like to issue a proclamation to affirm National Voter Registration Day on a week from today, on September 27th. I really appreciate that, and I want to take a minute to just recognize the members in Sun Prairie of the Dane County League of Women Voters who come here for the presentation tonight. Many of you know that the league came into being in 1919 when women were granted the franchise, and it's been a mission of the league since that time to promote the democratic process through voter registration and voter education for 97 years. And so standing here in the pink is Pat Kippert. She is a past member of the Dane County League of Women Voters. Diane Martin-Liebert is standing next to her. She is a past Dane County League of Women Voters board president and is a current board member, our treasurer. You resonate with the discussion tonight. And Nancy Schultz is a special registration deputy who's certified to do voter registration, as is my husband Terry, who is one of the men who is a member of the League of Women Voters. So we are open to both genders and welcome everyone. Also, just a little aside, he and his twin brother were Eagle Scouts. So that's what happens to an Eagle Scout. You could grow up and be a member of the League of Women Voters. Terry and I do filming courtesy of the Sun Prairie Media Center, the 3 monthly league forums that are held on the first Wednesday evening of the month from September through November and February through April at Capitol Lake Senior Center in Madison. And I don't know if any of you have noticed on KSUN when these forums have been aired. Our next one is going to be October 5th, and the topic will be money and politics. The guest presenters will be Todd Berry from the Wisconsin Taxpayers Alliance and Kevin Kennedy, who is the retired director of the Government Accountability Board. So I'm hoping that if you don't, those of you here, if you don't have a city council meeting or anything else you're interested in coming, we'd love to have you. It's always very interesting. And if you can't come, look at the calendar and check the listing for the forum on KFCU and Community Cable. And now Diane has a couple words about voter registration.
Well, I didn't pay my dues, I am a current member. Yes, I know. My name is Diane Martin-Liebert, and I'm representing the Dane County League of Women Voters. And we'd like, first of all, I think this message is for everybody in Sun Prairie, not just people in this room. But we'd like to encourage all of you to plan on voting on November 8th. However, if you are unable to vote that day, you have other options available to you. One, early in-person absentee voting will be available at City Hall beginning September 26th through November 4th. This option will be available Monday through Friday during regular business hours. The last 2 weeks before the election, the clerk's office will be open until 7 p.m. Also, or if you prefer to vote by mail, you can request an absentee ballot from the Sun Prairie Clerk's Office. Instructions for filing a request for an absentee ballot are on the City Clerk, Sun Prairie Clerk's website, or it can be accessed on myvote.wi.gov. Just print out the absentee ballot request form, which you can then send to the City Clerk. Make sure you read all of the directions so that you get the correct information to the clerk the first time. Also, it is widely known that to vote at the polls, you now need a photo ID. However, it is equally important that you have proof of your current address if you plan on registering at the same time that you vote. You can get all of the details you need by accessing the Sun Prairie City Clerk website, myvote.wi.gov, or the league site at lwvdanecounty.org. For information on the candidates in the statewide and local races, check our Candidates Answers publication. Candidates Answers will be available in the October 20th edition of Isthmus. Copies are distributed at Woodman's through your library or the City Clerk's office, and they are published on our Dane County League website, lwvdanecounty.org. Thank you.